Tribalism has both saved humanity and cursed humankind.
Yes, I agree with that. I could talk about this for hours, but in general, I would say that, I mean, I don't think we would even have civilization without tribalism. So you're right.
No.
We need a. You can say that about religion as well. I mean, without religion, we wouldn't have.
I'm a massive believer in religion.
I mean, religion. Without religion, we probably might not. I mean, I don't know, but we might have not even started a civilization, right?
Yeah.
So, but we have grown out of it. Like maybe we needed it to begin to set things up, and now we have to grow out of these things, right?
That's exactly what I say.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, these guys who talk about Yuval Noah Harari, they talks about the importance of stories, and stories like, this protagonist, antagonist, and good and evil. It leaves such a strong imprint on people's mind that, okay, they genuinely believe that, okay, we are on the good side and they're on the bad side. That propels them to grow, and that propels them to achieve amazing things. But yes, the key word is, as a society, we have outgrown a lot of previous past hang-ups. And we can do that again with I think we no longer need religion. These conservative people would tell you otherwise, but we actually they tell you that, if you no longer have religion, family system is going to fall apart. There's going to be no children. People are making less babies. LGBTQ pronouns. They give you all kind of nonsense. But all of those other challenges that we may face, they can be resolved without going into superstitious bullshit. Like this one, because at the end of the day, this is what religion brings to you. Again, not all Muslims #, but these are the kind of people who make people behave in a certain manner.
Jeder, der sich als Muslim bezeichnet, muss die Scharia wollen auf der ganzen Welt. Ich will die Scharia in Deutschland auf jeden Fall.
Würdest du die deutsche Verfassung aushebeln, wenn du die Gelegenheit hättest?
Auf jeden Fall.
Okay, danke.
Wie zum Beispiel? Wie könnte man jetzt aus Deutschland einen islamischen Staat machen? Wie zum Beispiel?
Okay.
Yeah.
So for people who might be listening to this and not watching it, this is but we also release it as an audio and podcast. Here's the guy. This is a German Muslim saying that we
want Sharia in Germany. Yeah,
Sharia in Germany.
And basically he's asked the question, what should we do when you are in the majority?
I mean, to be fair to the guy, okay. If I was a Muslim, I would want the same thing. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, there's got Allah's laws over man laws. Like, why would I want? If I really believe that Allah came with His own set of laws, why would I want any man-made law over the infallible laws of Allah?
Exactly. So if you're a German who does not believe in Allah's law or Sharia, then he can stand up and he can say, we need to ship you out. Again, I don't agree with that. You don't agree with that, because we're all immigrants and we believe in multiculturalism and tolerance and harmony, and everyone should come together and work together. But one particular group of people, they are those who are so dogmatic about their religion that they make these claims. That he says that in the video later on. I'll just keep the video playing for people without audio, so those who can see it, they can see it. Otherwise, I'll just read out the subtitles. So this guy says, okay, well, what about homosexuals? He says, yeah, we could throw them off the highest rooftop.
Wow.
Same thing. He says that. He says that in Germany we can do that. And then he says, what if German people don't want Sharia? He said, well, we have to fight the German people then. So my point is, of course, he's a whack job.
This guy is just like, I'm sure the people who are like smashing their heads into a wall right now watching this are Muslims who are living in Europe. They're like, shut up, you're making our lives so miserable.
No,
like,
I mean, we actually don't know. We don't actually know, because I would say you're complicit if you don't overtly condemn these people. Okay, fair enough. You don't. I understand a lot of Muslims get upset and they say, why do I have to come out and condemn it? Okay, I get it. If there's anything that happens, you don't owe everyone because a condemnation that, hey, I come out and publicly condemn this, because you are an individual and you reserve the right to believe in whatever religion you believe in, and as long as you keep it a private matter. But if you're asked about those things, and this, I don't know who I spoke with. I spoke with someone. If you're asked politely, what do you think of this guy? Then don't come around and make excuses for it. What about America has done Iraq? No matter how again, I'm just giving an anecdotal experience, but I think there is some sort of responsibility. You and I, what's your channel? What's your biggest platform? Atheist Republic, yeah? Somehow we talk about atheism. We say Ask Atheists. Okay, we are activists. But even if we're not, if we every Muslim would say that he or she feels very strongly about his or her religion. The sanctity of religion matters. The sacredness of the character of the Holy Prophet matters to them. But then when some people, and this is us being charitable, some people are taking advantage of your niceness and your absence from the discourse, and they're hijacking your religion, and they're talking crap about your religion, then if you get an opportunity, you should be condemning it. But we don't see that behavior. I understand now why people used to ask after 9/11 that, we don't see a lot of Muslim voices. And I understand what they meant.
I do see that. I mean, I don't know if I consume a lot of Muslim media.
Right.
And they do call out, they do condemn this.
No, that's good. That's great. So those who do, that's great. But
you said if they are asked, I think
most,
okay, but
I don't know if you have numbers though.
Most of the content creators I watch, Muslim, even though they're not asked, they take a stance against this.
That's good. That's
right.
Good. Yeah.
And most Muslims, if you like, for example, if you go to England and talk to Muslims and you talk about this behavior, like one narrative that a lot of Muslims in Europe have is that the laws of the land, we respect the laws of the land. They don't say we were going to bring Sharia. They're like, they might say like, it would be nice if we had Sharia, or if we don't have Sharia, we're going to try our best to follow the laws of the land. So they don't agree with this guy. This is when you pin them down, that's what they would say.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is, of course, the most extreme version. I don't think people, but I'm saying when they're asked, people should be condemning that. Fair enough, what you're saying, but there has to be a proper Pew survey. I even wrote about this in my book, and I think I sent you when you interviewed Sam Harris. The Sam Harris used to quote this all the time. Like, let me find. I don't know. Maybe you can find it. That Pew survey. How many people from Muslim countries believe that Sharia should be applied in their own countries, like Pakistan, Afghanistan, or something?
It's less than 50%.
No. Yeah, but this is a 2015 survey, Pew survey I'm talking about. So in Afghanistan, it was like 90%. Okay, let me find it.
Yeah. If you what I did with the Friendly Muslim, okay, because these are different countries. Like you could look at Afghanistan. You can see the majority.
Oh yeah, so you took out the mean, yeah.
So okay. I put all the Islamic countries together and adjusted it based on population.
Right.
And it's actually less than 50% of Muslims.
Okay. That's fine. But again, we're gonna let's just go by this. So this is the one you're talking about, yeah. So Sharia as a revealed. Okay, this is a revealed word of God. One or more interpretation of Sharia. There's an interesting one. Favor or oppose making Sharia the law of the land. Okay, so Malaysia is 86%. So obviously these Eastern European countries, or like these Central Asian countries, they're the ones actually they're bringing the percentage down. But look at Malaysia, 86% of Malaysian Muslims believe that. Where is Pakistan and Afghanistan? Pakistan, 84%. 99% of Afghans.
What year
Sharia.
is this?
This is 2015, right?
Right. So can you bring? Here's an interesting. Can you bring up the one that they want more non-Muslims killed?
Sorry, where the one what?
There's in the same poll there has a section that says whether they think the capital punishment for people who leave religion, they believe in that or not.
Oh, apostasy one. Should Sharia be applied to both Muslims and non-Muslims? No. Should religious judges decide family or property disputes? Screw that. No. Do you favor corporal punishments for crimes such as theft? Okay, so for theft, 88% of Pakistani believe.
No, that's not the one that.
I know, but there's an interesting one. I just want to show that one. 88% of Pakistanis believe that their hands should be chopped off. 81%.
So Indonesia is 45. Indonesia is the most populated Muslim country. So here's an interesting thing. Like, look at this. No, actually,
stoning. 89% of Pakistanis believe stone. 85. So Indians actually were using that, and I did not have a decent rebuttal for that. So when this video came out of some women being whipped, some men and women being whipped in Afghanistan, so a lot of Indians started quoting this particular survey, and they said, well, and this is obviously was done when the Afghan democratic government was in place, so Taliban were kicked out at that time. but at that time, people were still romanticizing and wanting Sharia back. So now they've got the Sharia. So does that mean, are they happy? Or at least 85% of the Afghans are happy?
But here's
So
an interesting
here's the
thing.
argument.
If you look at if you look at it, it's also proportional to poverty.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
of
for
course.
example, in Indonesia, which is also an Islamic country, it's a lot less. Oh, yeah, death penalty for leaving Islam, right?
Yeah, 79
So-
to 76. Yeah.
So here's an interesting thing if you look at, right? Indonesia, which is the most populated Islamic, biggest Islamic country in the world with the highest number of Muslims, right? The number for that is 18%. Okay, but if you looked at this Indonesia, if you ask them if they want Sharia, okay, the number was like above 70%.
Exactly.
So
that was my point.
So I mean, Indonesians, they say, "Do you want Sharia?" They're like, "Yeah, we want Sharia."
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
but if you
yeah.
ask them, "Do you want to kill apostates for leaving Islam?"
They say no.
The vast majority of them say no. Okay.
Okay,
So
so
their understanding of Sharia is kind of skewed.
I mean, you got this point from me. You probably don't even remember that. When you this is I sent it to you and Ali Rizvi when you guys were interviewing Sam Harris, because I wanted you guys to show that. So even though these Muslims think that they are pro Sharia because they feel compelled to respect Sharia because it's the law of Allah, so we have to say, we have to say Sharia because it's God's law. But so do you want a woman to be stoned to death? No. I wrote this in my book like 5 years ago. And I said, so people think that they like Sharia, but they actually don't. So when we say 99% of Afghans actually want Sharia, well, in case of Afghanistan, it does drop to 85, not significantly, but it still drops a little bit. But I reckon if they're actually shown the video or any video of a woman getting stoned to death, then they would all say, nah, I don't think so. No, you need to have 4 witnesses.
So that gives me a lot of hope. That gives me a lot of hope.
I'll tell you what, if you look at any video of a woman getting stoned to death or some man getting stoned to death, underneath you see Muslim comments, people saying, no, this is not real Islam. Yes, and then someone would correct them. No, Islam does say an adulterer should be punished. No, but you need to have 4 witnesses. No, back in those days, no, the real purpose of that was to discourage people from doing this. But if they're not doing this, Muslims will come up with all kinds of excuses to somehow get out of that particular Sharia law that is barbaric and brutal and that you've showed to them. So I get that the majority of Muslims, because at the end of the day, they're all people, like majority, everyone is busy with, okay, I need to go to work, I need to, bring home the bacon. Okay, not every Muslim says that, or any Muslim says that, but yeah, but they still need to condemn it. It gets problematic when people start defending it. Okay, I think Armin has gone somewhere.
To have your questions answered on the next live stream, become my patron today. You can do so with as little as $1 a month. Link in the description below.